We saw the champions, we saw the bands, we saw the cheerleaders, we saw the fans. They say on any given Saturday it's possible to win. So let's talk about the season from the start to the end. We saw the champions, we saw the bands, we saw the cheerleaders, we saw the fans. They say on any given Saturday it's possible to win. So let's talk about the season from the start to the end.
In week 7, we had some scoreboards getting lit up across the country. I mean, Fort Valley State. Can you call a brother if you're going to score like 77 million points? Virginia Union, you guys did not. You did not have to do that to Lincoln on their homecoming. If you're going to score a lot of points, just give us a call in advance. That's all I'm saying, a simple ask. Hey everyone, welcome to the No Huddle. I'm Tolly Carr. On to the highlights now for the games that we were at. The MEAC got the week started on a Thursday night. Bethune-Cookman taking the trip up north to North Carolina Central. And say what you will now about Howard football this season. It's been a little disappointing to say the least, but one thing is undeniable. Howard homecoming is a thing, like it's a mood. Can I get a ruling on that? Is that what the cool kids say? A mood? I don't know. I'm washed. But we sent our resident cool kids to Durham and DC. Stephen J. Gaither and Wally Pitt have more starting in the Mecca.
It was a party on campus, but the vibe on the field was all business. Howard came into their homecoming with news about players transferring and all types of other drama surrounding their football team. But the guys who suited up in Bison Blue didn't seem to care about none of that noise. They were focused and ready to put on for HU. HU! Norfolk State came to DC with the taste of a bad loss in their mouth and feeling some kind of way about being scheduled for homecoming. Let's go! And I got a feeling these two squads might not like each other too much, because as you can see here, these boys was out here ready for whatever.
Kevin Johnson on the carry.
Norfolk State opened things up with a Savage in the backfield, and yes, I mean Aaron Savage. He bullies his way for 37 yards, a run that leads to an easy 4-yard score for Kevin Johnson, 7-0 Norfolk early in the first. Howard coming right back at the Spartans' neck though. Dedrick Parsons up the gut with a juke, a shoulder dip, and a dive for a touchdown. That ties the game back up at 7. Very next drive, Juwan Carter, they call him Pootie. He takes it back to the schoolyard with Tyler Michelini. Pootie say, bruh, just go long. Ty was like, I got you, fam. They connected for 15 yards down to the 4. A penalty backs them up 15, but that ain't no thing to the Spartans. They come back with a 19-yard score from Carter to DeKendall James, and the green and gold is back up 14-7. But it ain't no back down from the Bison on the next drive. Quentin Williams hits Damian Gillespie for a nice 25-yard reception. That sets up a Josiah Crute 4-yard score, and the game's tied back up at 14. Pootie Carter turned it into King Leonidas for the Spartans on the next drive. He hits Raekwon Smith on the screen. The chef takes it 41 yards down to the 37. Then Carter getting it in with his legs. He makes a strong cut, shakes off a jersey tug, takes it 19 yards, and they still can't take him to the ground. Then he goes in his bag of tricks. You think it's a pass left, but it's a run right. Wide open touchdown by Mr. Carter, and Norfolk is back up 21-14. And yes, the trend will continue. Norfolk takes the lead, but Howard will tie it back up. You got to ignore the push-off because they didn't call it. Quentin Williams, Kyle Anthony corner the end zone for 6. Talk about a back-and-forth half, 21-21 tie ball game once again. Norfolk State showing that there is no tit without a little tat. Under a minute left in the half, the boy Pootie dropping a dime on Justin Smith. He makes a great catch. Spartans win the first half back and forth 28-21. Norfolk State up going into halftime. Now the second half of this one wasn't back and forth or tit for tat. It was Norfolk State with the elbow off the top rope. Pootie Carter finds Justin Smith on the drag across the middle, and the junior from Richmond does the rest. 65 yards, Smith's second score of the day, 35-21 Spartans. Let's go Carter to Smith one more again. this time for 37 yards, leading to a 2-yard rushing touchdown for Jawan Carter. That makes it 42-21, and it's getting kind of ugly out here on homecoming in the third quarter, and it ain't getting no better in the fourth. Pootie Carter still out here dropping dimes to his comrades. Here goes another one to Tyler McElhaney, this one for 6, plus a nice flex to the school's media team. 28 unanswered points from the Norfolk State offense, a second half shutout from the Spartan D, and behold, the green and gold heads back down south with a 49-21 win, and a reminder that you might want to pick a different squad to schedule on homecoming. Durham, North Carolina for a Thursday primetime matchup between NCCU and Bethune-Cookman. Yeah, you can go ahead and sign me up for this one. We got them Florida boys up from Daytona Beach, Bethune-Cookman, a.k.a. Sauce U, a.k.a. the Drip Academy. I mean, these boys is just too lit, you feel me? But these North Carolina Central Eagles not here for all of that. They're a no-nonsense what you got on my 40 Debo type squad. BCU looking to solidify themselves as contenders in the Battle Royale to represent the MEAC in the Celebration Bowl. And in the second quarter, Jimmy Deuces Robinson goes 54 yards for 6. Why they call him Deuces? This why. He chucks the peace sign to the Eagle defense en route to the touchdown from Akevius Williams. Wildcats up 7-3 at the half. Third quarter, my guy, Akevius other side of the pillow Williams, he was real cool on the read option for 6. Wildcats up 14-3. Now, y'all remember my guy Deuces, right? Well, he pieced out on the Eagles one more time. This one is a 79-yard kick return touchdown, and Bethune-Cookin University is up 21-6 in the fourth quarter. Now, at this point, they was just out here playing games with the Eagles. This one starts off as an inside handoff, then it's a jet sweep that ends up as a halfback pass to the quarterback, Akevius Williams, who could have moonwalked into the end zone. 27-6, Wildcats got the birds all clawed up, and I'm a Central guy, so y'all gonna get this 6-yard touchdown from Davius Richard to E.J. Hicks. The Wildcats get the impressive 27-13 win, and my guys at Bethune wanted y'all to know that they coming for the MEAC championship point blank, period.
Yeah, we taking over. We won that championship. We winning it all. You feel me? No fly zone DBU, you already know. Flags. Number one secondary. No second place. No second place.
All right, thank you guys. A little further down south was the annual Tuskegee Morehouse Classic. It's a fall classic that's been going on forever and then some in Columbus, Georgia. Our O'Shea Omanera was there, and he has more.
84th annual Tuskegee Morehouse Classic here in Columbus, Georgia. Hey, look, it's Tuskegee alum Tom Joyner joining in on the coin flip. Now on to the action. Tuskegee got the ball rolling during the first drive, marching down the field with quarterback Ahmad Theramus hitting a slant route to wide receiver Peyton Ramsey to start off the party 7-0 Tuskegee. Let's go to the second quarter. Frank Bailey Jr. going beast mode, thundering his way to the end zone with a 10-yard run, taking some Tuskegee defenders along on the ride. Later on in the second quarter, 35-yard bomb. Stepping out at the 5-yard line. Fast forward 2 plays later, Ezel finishes off the successful drive with a quarterback keeper to get Tuskegee back in the lead, 14-7. Okay, now here comes the strangest sequence of the game. Sims with a play action hits Corey Fleming on the shovel heave for a Morehouse touchdown. But hold up. It gets called back by a personal foul. Offensive lineman Kelvin Dennis had his helmet off on the play. Now on the restart, Morehouse scores once again. This time, Tremel Gooden on the pass from Michael Sims. He's celebrating, the fans are celebrating, but what's this? Another flag, this time is for holding. Morehouse goes from the 6-yard line to the 26-yard line. Kicker Fernando Della kicks the field goal with a Tim Duncan-esque bank shot through the uprights. He called bank, but did he call game? 14-10 Tuskegee in the lead. Now on to the second half. On the opening drive, Morehouse looking to take the lead and paint the Tigers maroon. But with the golden pen, Brandon Roberts snatches the ball for Tuskegee A&T. Roberts' first of the season. Morehouse's end zone woes continue. Later on in the third quarter, Morehouse with another chance at life. 4th and short, Michael Sims hits the flat, but no, incompletion, turnover on downs, Morehouse just can't seem to convert. Opening up the fourth quarter, the Ramus to Ramsey on a fade route, giving Tuskegee the biggest lead of the game in what is the decisive victory. The Tigers painted gold here in Columbus, Georgia, Tuskegee benefiting off the quarterback tandem of Ahmad Ramus and Jamarcus Ezel, and the double touchdown effort by Peyton Ramsey, who won Player of the Game.
Homecoming at Albany State, Lane in town hoping to spew some hot dragon fire, but the Flames are coming off Rashad Jordan's cleats. He hauls in a 66-yard pass from Deontay Banu. He really put that ball on a spot and hit him in stride. That's how Coach Gardenia drew it up. But Lane didn't make the trip just to roll over. Michael Huntley puts his receiver in motion, catches the DB off guard, and it's a touchdown. 7-7 ball game, first quarter. Not for long though. McKinley Habersham takes the handoff and takes off. That's what he do. Or does, correct English here. 38 yards for the score. In the second quarter, it's the Banu-Jordan coalition again. This time for 40 yards. Make Albany State great again. Golden Rams with the 33-13 win at homecoming over Lane. The No Huddle is headed to the break as we get ready to go tailgating. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the HBCU Game Day podcast. We're talking a lot this week about last weekend's pivotal matchup between Southern and Prairie View A&M. Go to hbcugameday.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. The Jaguars looking pretty tough in the SWAC. BJ Jones, our SWAC insider, gives us the inside look on this week's pod. Check it out, and we'll be right back.
You're watching No Huddle on Aspire TV. For the latest news on Black college football and culture, go to hbcugameday.com. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. Thursday night games are a little different vibe, I would say, but you have to make your money in the TV universe the best way you can. So I'm not mad at you, Miak. But wherever there's a game, there's a tailgate, no matter the day. And wherever there's a tailgate, you'll find B.TV. So buckle up and pack your pork chops as we go back to Durham and D.C. in search of a good plate.
HBCU Game Day. Listen, when I come through, I like to be hands-on. My boy Craig said, listen, I can get it popping to back here with him. Craig, let the people know what you got popping over here on the grill. Now, this early. This light for Craig.
This is very light right now. Right now I got chili going. I got the hot dogs going. I got the baked beans going. Then I got a sweet and sour chicken going right now.
Now, listen, he told me I can get some of these wings. I'm going to definitely jump into them. And them hot dogs. He don't put barbecue sauce on his hot dogs. He said in Jersey they don't do that.
No, all we do is mustard and sauerkraut, nothing else.
Mustard and sauerkraut, they don't really do that, so I'm going to see if I can slide me a little bit of barbecue on my world. Yeah. If your chicken bone don't look like that, you ain't really doing nothing with your chicken bone. And I made it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hold on. HBCU Game Day on Aspire TV, and I'm here with a gentleman that when I went to college, I would never have spoken to. A lot of times I was running from this gentleman. His name is Vic Ingram, and he was once a campus police officer on this campus of North Carolina Central University, correct?
That's correct.
How long were you the campus police?
I was here in North Carolina Central as a police officer for about 22, 23 years. Played ball from 1974 to 78.
Okay, then now did you get in the games, or were you a bench warmer like myself?
No, I didn't warm the bench.
I was a bench warmer, and I have no problem saying that. Okay, then what position did you play?
I played fullback.
Okay, did you ever get in the end zone?
Yeah.
How many touchdowns did you have now? This dude don't keep up with none of his numbers, his tickets, his touchdowns, nothing.
No, that's all trivial. That's all trivial.
That's what's up.
To get through life, and that's what's good.
If you're talking to a student right now that's looking, they might want to make a decision on coming to Central. How would you try to sell them one time? What would you say to them to get them to come to North Carolina Central University?
Come to North Carolina Central University is one of the most outstanding and the best HBCU in the country. So come on down to Durham, North Carolina, Bull City, and come on down and become an Eagle. Because there ain't nothing like an Eagle Eagle Pride.
Look at my boy, man. Hey, man, we out here in Central, man. Appreciate you, Vic Ingram. Once the campus police, now just a reformed patron out here at the tailgates. You know what I'm saying? We having a good time out here, man. And I'm here with two gentlemen that's having the tailgate area jumping. Now, yes, it is light, but there is a lot of energy coming from this area. What is your name, sir?
My name's Bill Fitzgerald.
And what is your name, sir?
Alan Fitzgerald.
Bill and Alan Fitzgerald. And listen, Alan was over there just in a nice little seat. We didn't even know where Bill was. They called for Bill. They said, hooty-hoo. Bill came out, a pork chop bone. Show him the pork chop bone.
I was around there in the shade.
Now, let us know. Just give us an experience from North Carolina Central. Why is it important that you come out here with the RV and still set up and suck the gristle off the pork chop? Why is this important to you?
It's important to me because I think that students that go to HBCUs should also show their support and also show that if you persevere and aspire that you can get in a tailgate like this. Yeah. And make sure that when you go to school and graduate, that strive and come back out and support your university.
It's very important to come back.
That's what we're doing.
That's what tailgates are about, man. Homecoming is about just that fellowship you get right there. Alan, what about yourself? It's a light night as far as tailgating is concerned, but why was it important that you still come out here and get the tailgating experience today?
First of all, I love my school, and I wouldn't have gotten where I've gotten in life without my school, so I continue to support it throughout. So.
Absolutely, man. Hey, we out here with the Eagles. Y'all want to throw up your Eagle pride? Well, you can't, Bill, because Bill, you can't throw up half an Eagle, Bill. Give me this, Bill. Give me this, Bill. Now throw up your Eagle, Bill.
What can I say about homecoming in the Mecca of Black excellence? Well, the parade had King T'Challa and Killmonger together, swerving in chargers. The food was incredible, authentic, and made with that good HBCU love.
So how long you been out here at the homecomings cooking?
15 years.
What keeps you coming back?
The people, man. You know. Actually, through doing this, we've been able to establish a brick and mortar. It's called the Tender Rib. It's across from Andrews Air Force Base. And basically, we specialize in Southern cooking. Jerk chicken, ribs, fish, shrimp. You name it, we do it, man, if it's Southern. Southern fried fish, Southern fried chicken. So, you know, we love Howard. We love the homecoming, we love the games. So, you know, from Uncle Clyde, man, it's much love.
Now, is it just me, or does that segment really make me want a pork chop? Like, really bad. Grilled, not fried, never fried. All right, time for 2 minutes of capitalism and a bit more of the No Huddle straight ahead. I have 2 words for you. Shine Wyatt. I mean, gold chains used to fight one another to be around this man's neck. His story coming up next.
You're watching No Huddle on Aspire TV. For the latest news on Black college football and culture, go to HBCUGameDay.com. We'll be right back.
Wally Pitt has been all over the place this week. I mean, he's been all over the MEAC. He's been on I-85, I-95. He's been keeping it live on the East Coast. Maybe had to pay a toll or two. I have to check his expense report. But this guy has the best luck in the world when it comes to randomly running into really cool people. And this week, he ran into former Bethune-Cookman coach Alvin Wyatt at the North Carolina Central game. Here's what they had to talk about.
So I'm making my way back to my spot after halftime, right? And I see an old school player from the Himalayas in an obviously tailored cream-colored suit, and it just so happens to be the legend himself, Mr. Alvin Wyatt. So you know I had to pull up and get a little game from the godfather of swag himself.
Well, you know, my nephew, he's playing a football game in North Carolina on Saturday, and I came for his game and decided to come on since Bethune-Cookman was playing. Decided to come on up and give a look at North Carolina Central versus Bethune-Cookman on Thursday night football. You know, and Rasheed Mathis, who's a second-round draft choice who played with the Jacksonville Jaguars, became a Pro Bowl player and an All-Pro defensive back. So that's a great feather in my cap. Then I had Nick Collins, who went on to play with the Green Bay Packers, scored the first touchdown on the interception in that championship game in the Super Bowl that they won. He was a second-round draft choice. You have Eric Weems, who's with the Atlanta Falcons, and then the Titans, and then back with the Atlanta Falcons. He was one of the great standout also So I've been there, and I've seen the young guys come up there, especially the guy from North Carolina A&T who's running that ball with Chicago, and then you have a kid here that's with Tampa Bay, number 29. Yeah. So I've been checking them out, and it's just a blessing that the NFL really scout HBCU football. My parents, they always dress us nice coming up, and they just kind of carried on. And I just feel, it's when you're out, when you're working, it's best to always dress to express, and just been a part of me. And I just like to be looking sharp all the time. Of course, my nickname is Shawn, so that carries a long ways too. As a young kid, playing a lot of sports, the guy was calling me Shiny Eye because I used to pitch a lot of strikes in the softball. And they just took the eye off, and everybody started calling me Shawn. So it's kind of stuck, and it's been with me throughout my career. Coaching? Yeah, man.
Eagles are back in punt formation.
I want to be out there so bad. But
back to
I'm not giving up on it. I love this game. Coming out of high school, then going to college, then going to the NFL, and then the World Football League, and then coming back and coaching at Bethune-Cookman for all those 37 years. And now I'm on the sideline, eager to get back. Put in a word for me.
You're watching No Huddle on Aspire TV. For the latest news on Black college football and culture, go to HBCUGameDay.com. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. There's a lot of homecoming games being played today, but there's really only one game on the schedule, and that's North Carolina A&T visiting FAMU, Florida A&M. FAMU's not eligible for the MEAC title this year, but whoever wins this game can talk that talk for the rest of the season. Now, on paper, it boils down to this. Jermaine Martin is the best running back in the MEAC by far, and Ryan Stanley, he's the best quarterback in the MEAC. Numbers don't lie. Look it up. In MEAC play, Stanley has already thrown for over 1,000 yards, averaging 342 per game. In conference play, his top target is Xavier Smith. He's averaging nearly 10 catches per game, like 9.7 or something like that, and 121 yards every time he laces them up in the MEAC. A&T, on the other hand, they're going to pound you into the ground with Jermaine Martin. In 2 MEAC games so far, he's averaging over 150 yards rushing. Taking a look at the entire season, he's already racked up 11 touchdowns. Now, outside of North Carolina A&T, FAMU has the top rushing defense in the conference. A&T has a good pass defense after 2 conference games, but you got to consider the data a little bit. One of those wins was a 37-0 blowout over Delaware State. So I'll be checking out that live stream. I'm sure a lot of you guys will later tonight. It's FAMU hosting North Carolina A&T. Right now, in a couple of minutes, you can check out Bowie State versus Virginia State. That's here on Aspire TV. That should be a pretty good one as well. For the entire crew, I'm Tolly Carr. We're going to get out of here. Thanks for hanging with us here at HBCU Game Day. You can visit us every day of the week for the latest on HBCU sports and culture. Just go over to HBCUGameDay.com. Enjoy it, gang, gang. We'll see you guys later.